You know, I was just playing football, having fun. I kind of didn't know the magnitude of it. I'd made the Australian squad the year before. I was kind of big-headed at the time, just thought I was eating a bit. But then soon enough found out that it was quite difficult with the older players and how good a lot of the older players were. To be fair, so many milestones have happened in terms of, I can't believe this is happening right now. I think this is just the culmination of all those small moments coming together. I don't think I would have said to you that I thought I'd be playing at my age. I certainly think that I would still be playing, but not professionally. I do think I'll play forever, much to the angst of my husband and my family members. They want to keep me safe sometimes, and I do some pretty precarious things at times, but I think I've always just taken each year as it comes, and you just build on it and build on it, and then suddenly you look back and it's 25. My first, the distinct memories of me playing in the boys team as a youngster were pretty pinnacle in how I felt about the game. I absolutely fell in love with football, and I loved so many things that weren't stereotypically female. Like, I liked motorbikes, I liked playing in the dirt, picking up snails, doing all those sorts of things. I just thought football was going to be another thing that I wasn't allowed to do, or I wasn't allowed to be seen to do. I could play at school because no one told you off at school. It was like the more you played, the better. You know, but then when I was 14 and I needed a new sport to try and fill the gaps, it was when my mum told me that, you know, football is actually something that you can play and that she'll find me a club. And it was another pinnacle moment where I thought, hold on, I'm actually angry now because I've missed out on all these years of playing the game that I absolutely adore. So when I was 14, I actually thought, you know what, I can make a go at this. And making state teams was also so important to me because I wanted to represent my state with vigour and pride. I didn't know you could play for Australia. I didn't know you could go to Olympics until I was about 20. So those small moments growing up were really huge for me. I've always had huge champions in my life, most of them male, some female, but you know, my mum was huge in getting me to play again. You know, Gary Gronwald was my club coach. Harry Chalkitis was a person that helped me play professionally in the men's league to help me go to the next level. Ernie Merrick, for countless years, almost a decade, let me train with every male team that he coached. So if it was the Victorian Institute of Sport or Melbourne Victory, or giving me a job as a massage therapist, he was also influential. Jane Oakley, she was the one that inspired me to really play for Australia and go for it. And then Tommy Samani, who was instrumental in me becoming a leader for the Matildas, but you know, he'd always instilled in me that power that, you know, you treat everybody fairly, you play with pride and respect, and you always leave everything better than you found it. Yeah, I think you know, Olympics closing ceremony was one for me, but I'll have to say the two key moments, or maybe three. First was my debut in Canada, where I kept a clean sheet, made a save in the last few minutes to keep that a clean sheet. 2010 Asia Cup win, that was another pinnacle moment, and then also returning in 2015 after becoming a mum and playing in my fourth World Cup with Holly. Yeah, Melbourne City is my family, and the way that I've always been treated at the club and how the club treats our female players in general is what the standards of the league are held at. A lot of us were telling other players of what we do here at the club, and other players couldn't believe it, and then that infiltrated other clubs and really set the standard for female football. And I've never felt where I walk into a club and I don't have to fix anything. You know, I walked into this club and I felt at home, I felt at ease. I didn't feel like I had to change anything or fix anything or had to fight for anything. And that's just a really comfortable space to be in after fighting for so long for many things. And we still fight to this day outside for many things, equality-wise. But this is the one place where you can just turn up and do your job without any real sacrifice, I guess. I've got a huge pain threshold. You know, that's one key factor. I think I can play through a lot of things that normally other players can't. But then I just look after myself. I mean, people thought I retired in 2016, but I was injured. I had a really significant knee injury. And what it took to come back from that was a lot of hard work, resilience, but you had to do it all on your own because you're a female footballer. I had no club backing me. I had no one telling me what to do or anything. I had no guidance. I had a lot of people helping, but really not that money backing. You know, so I really look after myself day in, day out, because even though I learned it late in my career, I learned that your body is your tool, and what you do daily can actually help you in the long run. The changes really are about the perception. So for me, the main thing is I would walk into a hotel in my uniform, whatever uniform it was at the time, and someone always would say in the lift, "Oh, I didn't know girls played soccer. I didn't know girls played football." And I'd be like, yep, we do. What are you, volleyballers? No, I'm a soccer player. Oh, you look like netballers? No, soccer players. So now when you get into the lift, they go, "Oh, hey, Melbourne City. You know, good luck on the weekend. I know you're playing." So that is a huge difference for me, because, you know, I'd have to walk into a club and say, "No, I'm a girl and I play soccer," because I had long hair and they just thought I was a long-haired boy. Just being able to tell the youngsters now coming through that this is a job. This is something that you can do. And a lot of people still think, "Oh, it's not a real job." I go, yes, it is a real job. It's real money. It pays the bills. And then also it's unfair because of how much fun we have. So that's the only reason why people don't think it's a real job. You know, the opportunities for girls all over the world it's just huge. I mean, it took them a while, but Juve have got a team now, Manchester United have a team now. All the big clubs in the world have actually started to say, "You know what, this is lucrative. These girls can play and we're going to back them." I think the main one for me is I didn't realise how much of a hurdle wanting to have a child would be for me. And I had to do it so late in my career that it ended up, you know, being a hurdle for me to have more children. So I don't want players coming through the ranks now to think they have to choose one or the other. In modern day and modern times, women should be able to have maternity leave, have that covered, be able to return and have all the instruments or the resources they need to keep plying their trade. And see what Katrina Gorry has done, just signing her newest contract in Sweden, is phenomenal. I'm hoping that she's going to get all the support she needs over there. I just want that to happen to our national team, and I know the Americans have been doing it for a long, long time, and they've never underestimated mothers and the impact that they can have on the team. So I'm hoping that comes to us. The other thing is more women in the game, more women in the coaching ranks with calibre. A lot of the times, a lot of the hurdles women face are the fact that we have to be the family, you know, we look after the family, we have the children, and then when we need to do something in our career-wise, it's always us that sacrifices what we're doing. We need more opportunities, more family-friendly environments, and the cost associated to becoming a coach are quite significant. So we just need more jobs where they're able to pay for those sorts of things, and we need the W League or the A Leagues to become, full-time professional for coaches. My advice for the youngsters coming through would be just have fun. Just really, really enjoy it. Stop and look around and see how far you've come every now and then, because sometimes when you're looking to the future all the time, you forget to look back and see how far you've come. And don't let success go to your head or failure go to your heart.